Hello, FB family, YouTube family, my IG family. It's Mashana, your lifestyle strategist, and I am here today with you on Monday because it's Motivational Monday with Mashana. So thank you so much for joining me. Listen, with everything going on in the world today, with the coronavirus, what they're calling this pandemic, everybody is in a frenzy, right? And some people were just waiting it out. We're being still. We know that God is in control, and but lots of stuff is happening around us. Many people are confined to their homes. Some people have lost jobs. Some people are waiting to see what's going to happen with their job. Some people still have to go out there and work in this element. And so I want to give you some motivation and some encouragement today during this time. And I want to talk about self-discipline, the art of self-discipline. So I'm really excited about this topic because it's something that I am currently practicing myself. And so I said, let me just get on and motivate some people as I motivate myself, because we mostly all of us indoors anyway, right? So it's a great time to start looking at some motivational videos, stay inspired, do some self-help and self-love things. And so today is going to be all about self-discipline. So tag a friend, like this video, share it. I am growing my YouTube channel. So if you have not already gone over to YouTube at Mashana Lifestyle Strategist, please make sure you go over and subscribe to my new YouTube channel, because that is how that followers thing increases or whatever. I'm new to the YouTube thing, so it's a new channel. I'm trying to get followers so that I can increase the visibility that I have to continue to share this motivation with everybody, because somebody out there needs it, especially during this time. I want to start talking about discipline in general. If you grew up with discipline already embedded in you, a regimen or routine, then it's very easy for you to fall in line as an adult and be disciplined. I got to give a big shout out to my military families, my military folks, active duty, retired. You guys are amazing. And I thank you so much for your service. I'm in my camouflage too today, but I thank you so much for your service, because when I think about discipline, I think about the military, because you got to be so disciplined and regimented. And I think that a lot of the people that I know that are in the military, even when they get out of the military, their everyday lives still exude that, with their homes being organized, their life being organized. It's not always the case, but a lot of them, they still carry over that organization and regimen and discipline. So what do you do if you never had discipline in your life? Everything was just kind of, we'll see how it goes as it goes. And so you become an adult and you're not really certain of your path or how you're supposed to go, and you're just busy trying to figure things out. So you lack the discipline that is needed to really fulfill everything in your life, because don't mistake, self-discipline is required for every area of your life to really have success. No matter how you look at it. A lot of us are trying to do businesses, and you have all these gifts and you have all these ideas in your head. However, you lack the self-discipline that it needs for you to be consistent, to grow that business or to make it happen, or to keep getting up when you fall. I mean, and here's an example. Here's an example of self-discipline. I got the gifts. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm going after that thing with full force. I'm doing everything I got, and bam, I hit a roadblock. Nobody's buying what I got. Nobody's listening. Nobody's interested. I mean, I've invested all this time. I've invested all this money, and nothing's happening. I got to hold off on that for a little bit. because I fell down too hard. I don't know what I'm doing. And you hold off on it and you wait and you wait and you do other things and time goes by. And then you say, you know what? Maybe I better pick back up on that again. And then you try it and you try it and you do it again and you're full force and bam, you hit that brick wall and you fall again. And you like, the heck with this. I'm not going to keep doing this. But here is where we miss the mark of self-discipline. You got to be razor focused. You got to be sharp. You got to be so tuned in on the activity, not the end result of what, or not what you think it's going to look like. You got to be so disciplined on the activity of just doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And if it's that every day you're supposed to be marketing or advertising yourself or cold calling or passing out flyers or trying to get people to hone in on what you got or doing seminars or whatever your thing is, and you stop doing that thing because you're not disciplined enough to stop looking at what it looks like on the end of it because it's not working out like you thought, your self-discipline needs to say, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it's not working out like I thought. I'm so disciplined that I don't have a choice but to wake up every day and start knocking on doors. This thing is bigger than me. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but I'm so focused and regimented and disciplined that the activity is what I'm going to focus on because I'm disciplined enough to know that I got to keep doing the activity regardless of what's happening around me. That takes self-discipline. One thing I'm practicing now is self-discipline in my health. I'm on a health journey to eat clean and exercise and all those things. And let me just say, I didn't grow up with that type of environment. This is a foreign territory for me, okay? I grew up where you got in trouble and grandma made you a strawberry shortcake and everything was okay. So being an adult and trying to incorporate living a regimen, because it takes self-discipline to eat right, to work out, to do things, and having a regimen and being disciplined enough to say no to some things that you know are not good for you. It requires a certain level of self-discipline. But here is what we miss. The self-discipline starts in your mind. If you can get your mind to a point where you're so strict and regimented about what you put in your body, what you do, things that you react to, because my health journey is not about losing weight. It's just about being healthy. Yes, we'll lose some weight in the process, but it's about being healthy, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mind, body, and soul. And so it's a journey of cleansing. It's a journey of cleansing, and the self-discipline in itself is a lesson because you got to train your mind to say, I need to say no. I need to learn how to say no and mean my no. I need to be able to tear down some stuff. I need to be able to put some plates down sometimes. I need to be able to fast and pray and do this thing fervently and not be mad about it. Sometimes if I show up to places and people are doing this and that, I need to learn how to separate myself because I'm practicing the art of self-discipline in every area of my life. And this is where you grow from being self-disciplined in your health. And when I say health, I'm not just talking about losing weight. Like I said, I'm talking about spiritually, reading your word, being consistent with that. I'm talking about emotionally, controlling your emotions. Don't keep reacting to everything. Everything does not necessarily warrant a reaction from you. Sometimes you got to sit back and observe. Sometimes you got to figure out what's really going on. We react so much in our emotions because sometimes as emotional creatures, as women, we take things so seriously. And so I get that because I've been there and I understand that. However, that's part of the self-discipline. That's part of the thing you got to get. Because if you can just stay consistent with the activity of practicing the art of self-discipline and being healthy in every area of your life, on the other side of that thing, it is going to allow you to grow so spiritually. Your body's going to become stronger. Your mind is going to become stronger. You are going to be exercising that muscle to a point that not a lot can shake you. And here is why this self-discipline is so important. Because when you can exercise self-discipline and self-control, you're a beast in everything that you do. You own your territory because you now possess the magic key that says, I move when I move. I design myself into a position that fits everything that's aligning with my purpose, my goals, with the things that I am trying to achieve in this season. Because I am unmovable, I am unstoppable. You set the pace and you set the tone. And people can't just show up in your life acting all willy-nilly because you're gonna block it. You're going to block it. But you're going to block it in a way that holds them to a standard, not in a disrespectful way. But they are going to be able to come in line with who you are, or they're going to move away. And don't be afraid to let people move away out your life, because a lot of times we get so upset saying, you know, why did they leave? What happened? I'm so upset. And if you really look at the bigger picture, see, those people weren't meant to be there. They would have actually blocked some things that you were trying to do. You got to be very careful. I'm a firm believer. Now, when people leave you, believe people for who they are, like Maya Angelou says, but when they leave them, let them walk away. Because they weren't meant to be in that space at that time. And sometimes it's about you growing. Maybe that person wasn't aligned with you at the time they were with you, and it taught you a lesson that you need to grow. It's not always about the other person. So another area we're going to practice self-discipline in, for all my single ladies, make some noise. Ooh, 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 ooh. Single ladies. So I'm a single lady. I'm dating. And let me say, this dating era is pretty crazy because I'm an old-fashioned girl now. So it's crazy, right? It's different in this new age of dating. And so this is where you got to be able to practice some self-discipline. Okay, bring it on in, ladies. Okay, guys, you listen to, and you can chime in, y'all comment, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let me know your thoughts on my video, because this is all about sharing, caring, and building each other up and motivating each other, right? So self-discipline in dating. Don't y'all be out there giving up them good cookies all the time, that fast. Don't be doing it. Now, your choice is whenever you decide, if you're waiting till marriage, if you're celibate, if you're waiting till relationship or whatever. But the key is that you got to have enough self-discipline to know your worth. Know your worth, ladies. Know your worth, because you are amazing. And do not get it twisted. You're the prize. You are the ultimate prize. But you got to act and conduct yourself that like you know what you know. Boo. Y'all call me cute, conceited, whatever you want to do, but honey, I'm the prize. I am the prize. And that's how you got to walk around in your head now. I'm not telling you to go walk around like this out in the street, okay? But in your head, you need to know that you are such a special, precious gift. And the person who breaks through that package has got to be such a special and precious gift to you. Let them prove themselves to you. Let them show you that they are worthy of your trust and your compassion. And that's all about having self-discipline. I don't care how fine he is or how cute he is. I don't care about none of that. Because what'll happen is, without you having that level of self-control and self-discipline, if you're going into it thinking we're going to be in a relationship, I'm liking this guy, it's going to turn to something, and then it does not, then you're left feeling insufficient, upset, insecure, all of those things. And so you got to protect your heart at all costs as much as you can. It's hard to do it, right, in the dating world, but go in with a level of self-discipline and know what your standards are. Know what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept, what you're willing to tolerate. Know your deal breakers going in. And that also is about having enough self-discipline and not just being out here dating willy-nilly. Having enough discipline to say, I am going to make sure that I write down everything that it is that I want to receive out of this relationship. And that's how you move forward with somebody. And when you see that the deal breakers are, if somebody is not doing what it is that you feel should be done, if there are things where they're crossing the line and you're not really happy with how things are going, then you need to be able to speak your truth. Let them know. Give people the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes people just don't know. They don't realize it. So I'm not saying ghost anybody. I think that's the most childish thing. If you are an adult and you are ghosting people, you need to get yourself together, because that is the most childish and disrespectful thing that you can do to somebody. Speak your truth and let people know, because sometimes people don't even realize the hurt and damage that they're doing. And even if it doesn't stop with you, you control it. You set the tone. You decide. But you have enough discipline to decide what you're willing to deal with and what you're not. And don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to let people go. Don't be afraid to walk away. But walk away in a respectful manner and say, hey, these things that you're doing, 1, 2, and 3, are not servicing me well in this situationship, relationship, friendship, or whatever it is. So give them an opportunity. And unless you can correct these things, I can't continue. Unless you can correct them. Now, if you want to give them a chance to correct them, great. If you don't, great. You have to be able to know what your deal breakers are. You have to be able to know what you're willing to tolerate. And that comes with your own self-discipline. Don't be so hungry for a relationship that you're overlooking so many red flags because you're just happy that somebody is entertaining you, and maybe he has some of the stuff you're looking for. She has some of the qualities, and you're like, well, I haven't been able to find somebody, but she has, 1 and 2, and the other stuff is kind of bad, but maybe we'll work on that. Don't always be so quick to hold on to somebody, but give them a chance for correction. But always know your worth, because you're the prize. At the end of the day, you're the prize. And you got to know that being self-disciplined, especially in this season, now everything is shutting down. Jobs are shutting down. There's an uncertainty. People are going crazy out here fighting over toilet paper and all this foolishness. And there's a level of uncertainty. But you got to practice enough self-discipline to say, even in this season, God is in control, because he is. Even in this season of craziness, it's going to be all right. And especially those who, if you're confined to the house and you're not used to staying in the house and you're like, I got to get out of here, I'm going crazy, the walls are closing in on me. Whatever you're feeling, get your mind aligned. This is not the time for you to go off or go crazy. You know what this is the time to do? Go tap into them gifts. Go tap into some things that you've been putting on the shelf. Maybe it's a craft. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's singing. Maybe it's learning some new things on the computer. Maybe it's you looking at some things online, looking at some motivational videos to inspire you, working on some things about yourself that you might not necessarily like. Maybe it's working out. I've been doing YouTube videos in the house. They have all kinds of workout videos on YouTube that you can do right from your home. Maybe it's you studying your Bible more, getting more understanding. Those are the things that you need to be honing in on right now and creating self-discipline so that when we come out of this thing, because we're going to come out. You know how you in the storm and you like, I'm not sure what's going to happen. It don't feel good. I don't like how things going. But if you ever been in a storm and you get out the storm and you see the rainbow and you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, you tend to forget the storm and how you felt while you were in it. So what if during this storm, you practiced so much self-discipline in every area of your life that when you came out of the storm, you had the victory. You had control of your emotions. You lost 10 pounds. You feel better. Your skin looks better. Your lungs are clearer. You finished your book. You learned a couple of online courses. You had better communication with your friends and family. You mended some relationships by phone. What if, when you got out of this storm, the rainbow was that you were that pot of gold? Because you made a decision that you mattered, that you were disciplined enough this time to not just show up for you, but to not give up on you, to keep showing up for you no matter what, to keep staying in the game no matter what, to keep fighting no matter what, to keep on the course and stay there consistently, fervently, unapologetically, superior. Show up with some fire up in your belly. What if you made the decision to start a new business? What are the possibilities? If you could only practice self-discipline, who could you become? Would you be able to be the person that God has created you to be? Not the person you're running from. Not the person that you dream of and wish you were. Not the person who lives down on the inside of you that you can't seem to let out because the world keeps beating you down and you keep letting go of everything that God is trying to get to you. No. It's time for you to wake up, stand up, be heard. And you know how you're going to get there? Through self-discipline, through self-control, through self-love. Recreate yourself during this season. Don't you sit back. Don't you be laying around being depressed, eating up everything in the house because you bored. You can Netflix and chill sometime, but get up and be creative at some point. Set aside some time for you to do something that's productive for you. For you. You are so powerful. And this self-discipline that I'm practicing and that I want you to practice with me is going to change your life. It's going to literally change your life. So I want you guys to share with me, come back, comment, send me some comments, say, hey, I've been stuck in the house for this coronavirus and I've been practicing self-discipline. This is what I'm doing, because you motivate other people by sharing your testimonies. You motivate other people. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm working out every day on YouTube videos. I'm only doing fruits and vegetables. I add in some seafood sometimes. So it's the pescatarian lifestyle. I'm practicing self-discipline with studying my word as always, doing some motivationals. I'm working on my second book. I'm writing and I mean, hey, and as far as the dating game, I'm chatting, I guess. I don't know, virtual conversations. But what I want to say to you guys is that you got to learn to be the change. I don't care how crazy things are happening around you. You got to learn to create your own normal so that no matter what it looks like, you can still thrive past it. I want to see all my followers come out of this coronavirus with some testimonies, some powerful stories. Because here's what the flip side is. If you don't practice self-discipline, you could be in the house, laying on the couch, eating up everything, come out of here with another 25 pounds on, get diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You could be in a worse situation. You could not be doing the safety precautions that they're telling you to. Stay in the house. If you can stay in the house, you need to stay in the house. But you can be out here being undisciplined and not listening and out there and get sick or infect somebody else. So the reality of it is that when you're not disciplined to listen, do what you're supposed to do, get your mind right, the end result can be catastrophic. It can be detrimental to you and your health. This life is about you. It's not about nobody else or what nobody else does to you. It's about how you react. It's about you, how you react physically, emotionally. People tick you off, then be like, have a nice day. Because why would you allow somebody to take you out of your character, then you all upset and crazy? You got to practice some self-discipline. So here it is, Motivational Mondays with Mashana, your lifestyle strategist. The art of self-discipline is going to serve you so well during this time of quarantine and after. So why wouldn't you do it? Get a plan together. Start today. You can see me again on Wednesday where I do live poetry. Friday, Financial Freedom Fridays. Right now with life insurance, you can own your own business at $49. Where can you do that at? You got to get something going, something else besides these jobs, because it's not always guaranteed. So definitely come back and watch me for that. Make sure you went over to YouTube and subscribe. So it's Mashana, your lifestyle strategist, and I'm signing off. And here's what I also want to tell you before I go. Today is my daughter Jasmine's birthday, and she is just a darling, okay? And so because we cannot do a birthday party for her and we can't go out, we're going to be doing a live online party at 8:30 p.m. tonight. So just come back on my Facebook. I have it on my timeline, and we're just going to go live and say happy birthday to her. You can see her blow out her candles, wish her happy birthday. And so, yeah, it's just going to be fun, and we're just going to be creative, because that's what we do as a people. And that's what you do when you can't do it something one way, then you find another way to do it. What did I say to you last time? You are the wall. Don't let walls and fences and giants deter you or defeat you. Then you become the wall, you become the fence, you become the giant. There are no ceilings in your life. Stop creating them. Let's get on a path to self-discipline. God bless.